could be the sickest goth bitch in the world. I don't give a damn. But if it's you, and if it's the way you want to show up, then baby, show up. Show up and show out. Especially if you are a person with a disability. You hear me? What's up, loved ones? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lolo. And baby, we got something to talk about. It's time for us to have a little bit of a chit chat, okay? Now, I know normally I'm doing my makeup when we have these chit chats, but baby, we didn't have time for that, okay? Because this is what I've been thinking about lately. The fact that people are still surprised that there are people with disabilities who show up loving fashion, having style, loving beauty, and looking good doing it. Like, why are y'all so surprised? You know what I mean? And I had to really think about, like, why are they so surprised? And I know they're surprised based on the comments I've seen on other creators' posts, or sometimes some of the comments that I will get from random people. And you know why? It's because they don't see it enough. And that's why when I make content, and I'm sure a lot of other people with disabilities who make content as well in the fashion and beauty spaces while talking about their disability, is because purely showing up stylish and attractive and having a disability is an act of rebellion against society. And when I talk about looking good and all that stuff, I'm not even really talking about just the aesthetics of somebody's like facial features or anything like that. I mean like just the general aura, the swag that's put on. You know what I'm saying? The je ne sais quoi. I don't even know what that really means, but like I feel like whenever people use it, they use it in context of stuff like this. So I'm gonna just say the je ne sais quoi of a person. You know what I mean? They don't expect it from us. We are literally fighting a system of social conditioning that has been happening since the beginning of time. That people with disabilities do not look good. That literally laws that discriminated against disabled people, that literally would have people with disabilities locked up in institutions, were called the ugly laws. Disability and looking good is not synonymous. They never have been. I need people to understand that this is bigger than just fashion and makeup and style. This is truly about unlearning and teaching people to unlearn their expectations of disabled people showing up in the world in the least attractive way possible. It's okay if you are attracted to a person with a disability and just say, hey, I think you look good. I find you attractive. I would like to date you, period. It doesn't have to be a joke. It doesn't have to be this exploration of trying something new. It doesn't have to be this whole affinity of you wanting to be inclusive in your dating life. Like, baby, if you think I look good, I know. If you've met someone who has a great personality, who looks good, who's attractive to you, who's got style, and, you know, puts on the swag in the way that you like it, baby, go pursue it. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like when disabled people show up being fashionable, loving fashion, loving style, loving beauty, it's an act of rebellion because society does not want us in those spaces. They don't think we belong, they don't think we qualify, and they genuinely don't want us there because they have conditioned themselves that disability means ugly. So when we show up in these spaces, it is genuinely a shock and surprise. And I want people with disabilities to know that we need to keep shocking and surprising the world and showing up as our best and most flyest and dopest self that we can be. And that does not mean that we need a lot of money to do so. Because baby, the way that I know how to shop, hunty, baby, we got so many videos that are about to come out to share with y'all how to do this thing. Like, it matters. It matters. Like, fashion and beauty in many ways can be deemed as very vain or self-centered or unimportant to the world, but it is actually one of the most important ways that any person could show up in society, because it is everyone's introduction on who they are and how they feel about themselves without you having to say a word. That's how powerful it is. Now, granted, we all have our days, because baby, I be having my days, baby, where I don't want to show up. If you catch me on a random day, I might be looking like, who shot John and why? Okay? However, the intention at the end of the day is to always show up as best and fly and beautiful as I genuinely feel about myself. It's not about other people's opinions. It is genuinely about allowing ourselves the time, the space, and the intention to show up as our best selves in the way that we see ourselves to be and what that means for us as individuals. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because as people with disabilities, even within our own community, the only thing we always and only tend to care about is just maintaining ourselves throughout the day. And granted, our disabilities, that's all we have the time and the space for a lot of the time. It's just caring about getting through the day and getting through the day as best as we possibly can. We have conditions that can be very debilitating, that can be hurtful, that will that causes real pain, that causes real discomfort, that messes with our brains and our moods in a real capacity. And that shit is very, very, very real. What I'm saying is that there are times and opportunities where we can still make time and opportunity to show up for ourselves in the best way. There is room for both. And this is the first time that I feel like in my life that I've ever seen people genuinely take the time. I've seen people with the dopest swag, dopest style. My girl Samantha, her name is a disabled icon on Instagram. When I tell you her style is sickening. She styles down for the gods, baby. I love the way Samantha shows up, and she is dealing with a very rare condition that has caused multiple different symptoms, that has caused her to be a person with a disability. My girl Maya, I look at her from head to toe and I say, sis, motherfucking work, sis. She has the illest, minimalistic, luxurious style that I've ever seen. And she's a full-blown amputee. It is not a game. Like literally, even being mentored by my stylist, Stephanie Thomas, the disability fashion stylist, someone who I will brag about till the day's end, baby, about what she has done and how she has taught people to dress with ease and independence and style. Her whole mission in what she's done has been an act of rebellion. Like when I tell y'all, this fashion and beauty and lifestyle, and for me, acting, being in Hollywood, like this shit is no small feat. Making waves in these spaces with disability, showing up in their best and flyest self, it is turning and changing the narrative on how people with disabilities are perceived. And now it is creating spaces for generations younger than us to have people to look forward to and be inspired by, to show up as their best selves. Do you know how many messages I have gotten from parents and mothers who have thanked me for showing up in the way that I do for the sake of their daughters? Like, those are some of the best messages I get. Every time we leave the front door of our homes, we are showing up as an act of rebellion, whether we're aware of it or not. If you are somebody who's been wanting to show up as your best self, wanting to be stylish, wanting to figure out how to find your style, doing it with the disability, what that means to wear makeup and feel good about yourself while having a disability, then continue to tap in with creators like myself and other creators who are in these spaces and get your inspiration from us and apply it. Like, we know the importance of it. That's why I started the Glow Guide. That's why I have it. Because it's like I'm doing the hard work for y'all so y'all can go ahead and start your journeys or be inspired to start your journeys or have just at least a jump start or starting point. You know what I'm saying? For what it is that you want to do. Like, don't hold out anymore. The world wants you. The world needs you. It needs you to show up and show out. Whatever that looks like. Your style doesn't have to look like mine. Your style could be the sickest goth bitch in the world. I don't give a damn. But if it's you, and if it's the way you want to show up, then baby, show up. Show up and show out. Especially if you are a person with a disability. You hear me? Because you showing up and showing out is proving society wrong every single fucking time. It is challenging society's way of thinking and seeing and experiencing and interacting with us. So I think that's all I got to say this time around. All right? So I have calmed down. But if you feeling me on this, if you understand what I'm saying, go ahead, leave a comment below. If you have decided, you know what, Lolo, you're right. I'm tired of playing about me. I'm tired of playing it small. I'm tired of my personality being acceptable to people who don't even understand what the hell I'm going through. And I'm tired of falling into the conditions that everyone else has told me that I should be doing. If you are tired of that, then go ahead, click the link in the description and get that glow guide, baby. All right. I love y'all. Until next time. Mwah. Bye.